presentation on adding and subtracting fractions. Let's get started. Okay, let's start with what I hope shouldn't confuse you too much. This should be a relatively easy question. If I were to ask you what 1/4 plus 1/4 is, let's think about what that means. Let's say we had a pie, and it was divided into 4 pieces. So this is like saying this first 1/4 right here, let me do it in a different color. This 1/4 right here, let's say it's this 1/4 of the pie, right? And we're going to add it to another 1/4 of the pie. Let's make it this one. I thought that was a different color. Let me change the color. Pink. This 1/4, this pink 1/4 is this 1/4 of the pie. So if I were to eat both 1/4s, or 1/4 and then I eat another 1/4, how much have I eaten? Well, you could look from just the picture. I've now eaten 2 out of the 4 pieces of the pie. So if I eat 1/4 of a piece of pie, and then I eat, or 1/4 of a pie, and then I eat another 1/4 of a pie, I will have eaten 2/4 of the pie. And we know from the equivalent fractions module that this is the same thing as I've eaten 1/2 of the pie, which makes sense. If I eat 2 out of 4 pieces of a pie, I've eaten 1/2 of it. And if we look at it mathematically, what happened here? Well, the denominators, or the bottom numbers in the fraction stayed the same, because that's just the total number of pieces I have in this example. Well, I added the numerators, which makes sense. I had 1 out of the 4 pieces of pie, then I ate another 1 out of the 4 pieces of pie, so I ate 2 out of the 4 pieces of pie, which is 1/2. Let me do a couple of more examples. What is 2/5 plus 1/5? Well, we do the same thing here. We first check to make sure the denominators are the same. We'll learn in a second what we do when the denominators are different. But if the denominators are the same, the denominator of the answer will be the same. And we just add the numerators. 2/5 plus 1/5 is just 2 plus 1 over 5, which is equal to 3 over 5. And it works the same way with subtraction. If I had 3 over 7 minus 2 over 7, that just equals 1 over 7. I just subtracted the 2 from the 3 to get 1, and I kept the denominator the same. Which makes sense. If I have 3 out of the 7 pieces of a pie, and I were to give away 2 out of the 7 pieces of a pie, I'd be left with 1 of the 7 pieces of a pie. So now let's tackle, I think it should be pretty straightforward when we have the same denominator. Remember, the denominator is just the bottom number in a fraction. The numerator is the top number. What happens when we have different denominators? Well, hopefully it won't be too difficult. Let's say I have 1/4 plus 1/2. Well, let's go back to that original pie example. Let me draw that pie. Okay, so this first 1/4 right here, let's just color it in. That's this 1/4 of the pie. And now I'm going to eat another 1/2 of the pie. So I'm going to eat a half of the pie. So this 1/2. I'm going to eat this whole half of the pie. So what does that equal? Well, there's a couple of ways we could think about it. First, we could just rewrite 1/2. 1/2 of the pi, that's actually the same thing as 2/4, right? There's 1/4 here, and then another fourth here. So 1/2 is the same thing as 2/4, and we know that from the equivalent fractions module. So we know that 1/4 plus 1/2, this is the same thing as saying 1/4 plus 2/4, right? And all I did here is I changed the 1/4, the 1/2 to a 2/4 by essentially multiplying the numerator and the denominator of this fraction by 2. And you can do that to any fraction. As long as you multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number, you can multiply it by anything, and that makes sense because 1/2 times 1 is equal to 1/2. You know that. Well, another way of writing 1 is 1/2 times 2/2. 2/2 is the same thing as 1. And that equals 2/4. And the reason why I picked 2 is because I wanted to get the same denominator here. I hope I'm not completely confusing you. Well, let's just finish up this problem. So we have 1/4 plus 2/4, and we know that we just add the numerators, 3, and the denominators do the same, 3/4. And if we look at the picture, true enough, we have eaten 3/4 of this pie. Let's do another one. Let's do 1/2 plus 1/3. Well, once again, we want to get both denominators to be the same, but you can't just multiply one of them to get. There's nothing I can multiply 3 by to get 2, or there's no at least integer I can multiply 3 by to get 2, and there's nothing I can multiply 2 by to get 3. So I have to multiply both of them so they equal each other. And it turns out that what we want for what we'll call the common denominator turns out to be the least common multiple of 2 and 3. Well, what's the least common multiple of 2 and 3? Well, that's the smallest number that's a multiple of both 2 and 3. Well, the smallest number that's a multiple of both 2 and 3 is 6. So let's convert both of these fractions to something over 6. So 1/2 is equal to what over 6? You should know this from the equivalent fractions module. Well, if I eat 1/2 of a pizza with 6 pieces, I would have eaten 3 pieces, right? And that makes sense. 1 is half of 2, 3 is half of 6. Similarly, if I eat 1/3 of a pizza with 6 pieces, that's the same thing as 2/6. So 1/2 plus 1/3 is the same thing as 3/6 plus 2/6. And notice I didn't do anything crazy. All I did is I rewrote both of these fractions with different denominators. I essentially changed the number of pieces in the pie, if that helps at all. And now that we're at this point, then the problem becomes very easy. We just add the numerators. 3 plus 2 is 5. And we keep the denominators the same. 3/6 plus 2/6 equals 5/6. And fraction's the same thing. 1/2 minus 1/3. Well, that's the same thing as 3. Oops, that, it's a 3. 3/6 minus 2/6. Well, that equals 1/6. Let's do a bunch of more problems, and hopefully you'll start to get it. And always remember, you can rewatch the presentation, or you can pause it and try to do the problems yourself. I think sometimes I talk fast. Let me throw you a curveball. 1 minus 1. Well, 1 doesn't even look like a fraction. Well, but you can write it as a fraction. Well, that's the same thing as 1/10 minus. How can we write 1 so it has the denominator 10? Right. It's the same thing as 10/10, right? 10/10 is 1. So 1/10 minus 10/10 is the same thing as 1 minus 10. Remember, we only subtract the numerators, and we keep the denominator 10. And that equals -9/10. 1/10 minus 1 is equal to -9/10. Let's do another one. Let's do one more. I think that's all I have. Time for it. Let's do -1/9 minus 1/4. Well, the least common multiple of 9 and 4 is 36. So that's equal to 36. So what's -1/9 written as, where we change the denominator from 9 to 36? Well, we multiply 9 times 4 to get 36. We have to multiply the numerator times 4 as well. So we have -1, so it becomes -4. And then minus over 36. Well, to go from 4 to 36, we have to multiply this fraction by 9, or we have to multiply the denominator by 9. So you also have to multiply the numerator by 9. 1 times 9 is 9. So this equals -4 minus 9 over 36. Which equals -13 over 36. I think that's all I have time for right now, and I'll probably add a couple of more modules, but I think you might be ready now to do the adding and subtracting module. Have fun. please. Let's dance! Cats. Ready, PG.
Cookie Swirl, see? All right, you guys, welcome back to Cookie Swirl. See, we are playing some Roblox, and you guys, look at what it says. Gingerbread, adopt me. I want to cry. If you know me, I absolutely love anything that has to do with gingerbread, and because we are so close to Christmas, I need to check this out. This seems absolutely amazing. And what is this? There's like a flying potion that looks like a little Pegasus. I love everything that has to do with Pegasus, gingerbread, all that cute. Yes, I'm all for it. So we are playing. Look at that. Look at this. The gingerbread house and furniture. Oh, it looks so good. Adopt me. The new updates are the new gingerbread house and furniture. They're also doing a countdown to Christmas event, and I'm going to be a parent this time. Ooh. Unlock the pet horse. Ooh, 300 Robux. Ooh, I really, really, really want to. All right, I bought it. I did it. Yes, there it is. Look at, I got a little newborn baby pet horse. Oh, I love the new little horse. Will it follow me? Oh, I can pick it up. Look at its little legs. Look at its little legs. Its legs. I need some sleep. I'm hungry. It needs food. It wants ice cream, pizza, or burgers. Of course it does. Where can I put it? Can I put it in the crib? Oh, I had to put it in the crib. Oh, the newborn horse is in the crib. It's sleepy. Oh, I love this so much. I don't think I can be any happier. This is great. Okay, horse is well rested. I need to get it some food. Do I have any food? Oh, wait, I'm taking a shower. No taking a shower. Kitchen. Do I not have a kitchen? What? This is like the most important part of the house. I need a kitchen. Okay, we need to edit. I need some stuff. Here's the gingerbread section. Oh, it's so amazing. I need to put like everything in. There's a gingerbread fridge. Is this a fridge? What happened to it? There we go. Put it in here somewhere. Okay, not in the middle of my house though. All right, gingerbread fridge. We'll put right here. What are these boxes? Do I need these boxes here? I've got like a lot of boxes, but I really want to put this in. Oh, it almost fit in the corner. Yes. Wait, is it like going through the wall? I think it's going through the wall. I'll move out of the way. Okay, there we go. Placed. Wait, now it's too far from the place. Yes! Now I got a refrigerator in. It's kind of tight in the corner. Maybe I'll move it right here. This is so great. Okay, what else do we have? So we got the fridge. We need a gingerbread table. Oh, it's so cute. It looks like a giant frosted cookie. All right, we need a chair. Click and drag it over here. Now I can sit at the table. I can sit at the cookie. I can put in a gingerbread bed. My house is really, really small. Am I going to have room for everything? I will absolutely make room. I have to have this cute gingerbread furniture here. It's time for school? Does the pony go to school? Okay, we need to feed it. Let me get it out of the crib. Oh, I should upgrade my bed too, since they have like a gingerbread bed. I saw it in here, right here. Gingerbread bed. Oh no, I don't have any more money. All right, I think this is all I can afford for now. Oh wait, I have $152. So, oh, I just got paid. Yes, definitely cash out. I can buy a TV. I'm gonna buy the TV. Yes, now I can watch things on TV. Put it right there. Okay, I want to get my baby pony up. I do have food for it. It looks like I have a sandwich. It didn't want a sandwich. It wanted pizza. And I want to be able to give this horse whatever it wants because it's so cute. Oh, it makes me so happy. Its little legs and its little legs are like actually wiggling and moving. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. I want to carry it and hold it everywhere. Does it ever have to grow up? I do not want this baby to grow up. Okay, here it is. Go to the school? Sure. Hopefully it's not too young to learn. Look at the gingerbread house across the street. Oh, I can go in. Oh, that's a cool paper. They put their TV on top of the table. Brilliant. So smart. They can afford 2 sofas. They've got triplets. All right, whose ever house this is amazing. They've got the candy cane showers. Okay, this is like a dream house. Look at this. It's like they're programming toast in here. You can sit, be on the laptop, eat your toast, make donuts. Okay, grab the donut.
Harassment you're using is allowing your behavior to be exploited and monitored. Some websites allow over 100 trackers to latch on and follow your every move. You don't even know who these trackers are or where these details of your life are going, but I'm not letting that happen to me or my family. That's why I use Brave Browser, because Brave doesn't collect my browsing data. In fact, my data never leaves my device. Brave shields against malware, auto-playing videos, phishing attempts, fingerprinting, and other malicious attempts to steal and exploit you and your family's sensitive information. So if you're tired of being tracked, having your information public, and being served invasive ads, download Brave today. Experience privacy the way the internet was meant to be. How does Brave guarantee privacy? Brave is optimized for security, privacy law compliant, and open source to provide greater accountability for its users. Don't take my word for it. How about USA Today, The Verge, CoinDesk, CNET, Forbes, Wired? And Brave does this all for free. No extensions necessary. And you can import your bookmarks with one click. So join the 8 million active users and download Brave today, and in 60 seconds, you'll have your right to privacy restored. Yesterday was about big tech. Today is about us.
Wow. Is this yours?
Will you stop bothering me? I'm sorting my trash here.
Your artwork is amazing.
My what work?
This is art. People need to see this. You need a website.
Hang on. You want to put even more trash on the internet? What are you doing?
Very soon, you're going to be very famous.
Right. Lady, that is the last thing I would ever put... Huh? Well, stop! Put those away!
Oscar, I must have your art in my gallery.
Hang on. You actually want me to keep my trash in here?
Oh, yes, Oscar, I must. The public, they will lose their minds.
Ah, I'm listening. What's going on here?
I told you, Oscar, a triumph. And this new piece, In the Mood for Wet Socks. It speaks to me.
Does it tell you to scram?
No, l'enfant terrible.
With me today is this generation's greatest artist, Oscar the Grouch.
I'm only here to tell you to leave me and my trash alone.
So modest.
It's a triumph.
Oscar, your overnight rise to the top of the art world can all be traced back to your website. Squarespace must be...
The worst thing that's ever happened to me. There is no way I am riding into this.
Oscar the Grouch? More like Oscar the Brave. Am I right? Huh?
No!
Oscar.
What?
You went from being an unknown artist to having your own museum, all thanks to this website.
Yeah, and I've never been more miserable in my life. Ugh. I've never been more miserable in my life. I've never been more miserable in my life!
I have a donut. Oh, I need to feed the baby horse. I need to feed. Okay, through. She's eating the donut. Oh, she's eating the donut. Thank you so much. The horse is full. Thank you so much. To whoever's house this is, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you. Should I go upstairs? Maybe they're home. Let's see if I can maybe find them. Hello? They've got toast everywhere. I love the bread everywhere. It's so great. Okay, we can go through here. Oh, this is the best house. I wish I could live here. Okay, are they looking for a roommate? All right, I still need to take my little baby foal to school to learn some tricks. Oh, look at all these gingerbread houses. Oh, I love it. This is like the best time of the year. This is incredible. They've got a dragon on top of their house. Should we go to Frost Roblox 2's house? See if they're home. Hello? Oh, they've got a really cool setup too. They've got a little gumdrop chair. They've got their TV on right here. They also have one of those little candy showers. You guys are so creative with your homes. Oh, this is a big, giant kitchen. Do they have anything in the refrigerator? Okay, seriously, this is so cool. All right, I keep getting distracted by all these really cool gingerbread homes. I just want to visit each and every single one of them. What is this place? They've got a horse on it. Is this somebody's home? There's another gingerbread house. Okay, we just have to go in and visit every single one of them. Wait, was I just here? They all look deliciously adorable. The baby wants to go camping. Let's go camping. I would love to take the newborn foal camping. Oh, it's locked. I can't go into that one. Just have to keep following the arrows. Keep following the arrows. Oh, look at the unicorn motorcycle. Trading candy cannon for a good offer, thanks. Ooh, that one's got like a little bee with some honey pie sugar. Honey pie sugar. All right, we made it to the school, so now I can teach my little newborn some things. I will go into the classroom. Ooh, there's a bunch of other people here. Who are you? What? Barely. All right, I'm gonna put my little baby down. There we go. Put her down in like one of the little beds. Her name is Cookie Princess. Cookie's World. Hey! Yay! We're both training our pets today in school. Fine, fine. It's just crowded and nobody listens to me. Okay, I totally found a cookie band. Look at all my awesome cookie bands. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy I took my pony to school. This is the pet trainer right here. Wait, what? What should I name my horse?